Hello fellow YouTubers and welcome. Today I'm looking at the Liberty event, the Liberty Dockyard, all the various different Liberty missions, more importantly how to achieve them fast. For instance, today I got a mission that involves 40 bomb or rocket hits, and the best way to perform this is with a carrier. I also needed to get 15 torpedo hits. So again, you can accomplish all this in one mission. So I've taken a Nakamov out for a spin in asymmetric battles. The game modes for operational command are co-op operations and asymmetric battles. You can take your pick from those three. The fastest two are asymmetric battles and co-op, and the fastest out of those two is of course co-op. So why am I in asymmetric battles? I wanted to make a few credits, if I'm brutally honest, plus I could do with the practice. And carriers don't do too well in co-op because the games are over too quick for us to have any impact whatsoever. Seriously, it's that bad. So, you know, overall, my strategy for building is to focus on operational command, because co-op mode is the fastest mode in the game to grind out the Liberty tokens for the Bridgeport prize. And being the fastest, it makes operational command the most important building for me personally. You may prefer naval command, which gives you covers ranked, brawl and randoms. Brawl's pretty fast actually. With respect, I think brawl is probably faster than co-op, depending on who you're with. Results may vary, right? But you've got to have tier 9 ships for brawl, whereas with co-op you can have ships from tier 5, is it tier 6 and upwards. So you can, from any nation, you can pick any nation you like. I'm about to whiff a shot here on the Edinburgh. Watch this, watch this. I basically wasn't sitting in my seat quite right, and oh, actually that doesn't look too bad. That doesn't look too bad. But I do whiff a few, that's for sure. Okay, so carriers are your best bet for the rockets and bombs, because that's aimed squarely at CVs. Doesn't really matter which CV, but if you've got one that's particularly good with its rocket planes, then you're in luck. If you've got good bombers, you're also in luck. And as for torpedo hits, well, I usually take my Clavera out for a spin for those, and I will show you a few clips of that in a minute. Now you've got the military port, which covers expeditions. How do I feel about the military port building and expeditions? Well, I can tell you this much. If you haven't got a big ship collection and you're just starting the game, you're not going to get very far with that one, so don't spend any of your precious Liberty currency on upgrading it. Okay, if you've only got a handful of tier 5 and 6 ships, it's really not worth pursuing. You can still take expeditions for the handful of ships you've got, but I wouldn't bother upgrading it. I'd upgrade that building probably last in terms of speed for upgrades. I mean, eventually you will have to upgrade all the buildings to maximum if you want your Bridgeport. But military port for me is probably going to be the last one I do on the American server. On the European server, I'm kind of blowing all my bonus stuff on it, because I've got 300 ships in my port. So if you've got a large collection, yeah, it's a good idea to prioritize that. But I still prioritize it. I'm still prioritizing operational command higher, because you get more tokens in the long run and quicker. Now, moving on to the fuel terminal. This adds a boost, which gives you extra missions. And you can tack that on to either naval command or operational commands. Give yourself an extra mission or two, and you get to pick which missions. So be very careful about that. Don't make the mistake I made and just click the first mission there. Have a look at them, read them, and pick the one of your choice. Now, I will be spending points on this because I believe the extra missions come with extra rewards, and it's a good idea to upgrade them. Also, every time you upgrade, you get a higher percentage chance that you're going to get a special mission that's got double the normal Liberty tokens assigned to it. I got one the other day that gave me like 6,000 tokens, and I only had to sink 5 ships, which was done in one session of co-op mode. So you get the idea. You can get these missions done really, really fast. Okay, moving on to... Let me see, did I cover the boost? Yeah, from the fuel terminal. So that's a fuel terminal building, which boosts naval command and operational command. Okay. I think the Nakamov's a good choice for this. I'm already up to 13 rocket strikes, aren't I? I'm going to just pick on the Edinburgh again with torpedoes this time. Don't think I'm going to get anywhere with this drop. But I digress. Let's move on to something a little bit more exciting, shall we? Well, I've switched to the light cruiser, Tier 10 light cruiser Worcester from the American line. And this ship is just excellent for fire starting. I needed to get a considerable amount of fires done, and I wasn't able to do that in the Nakamov, so I just switched to this one. Again, asymmetric battles. Again, I also need to shoot down aeroplanes, so that's another reason I'm in the Worcester, but there's no carriers in this match. So just keep going till you get carriers. Co-op mode would probably be your best route. Go into co-op mode, do a few co-ops, and you'll get all the fires and planes you need. Quite why I picked the Worcester for this particular mission, I have no idea, but she's a lot of fun. She is a lot of fun, and I don't plan to survive for very long. But, you know, typical fire ships, ships that are good at creating fires. Haragumo, Worcester, anything from the Commonwealth line of cruisers, you know, from sort of Uganda upwards, really. Those are pretty good choices. The Svea, if you're blessed to have the Svea in your port, she's a wicked little fire starter. And again, if you want to get these missions done quickly for operational command, you basically want to pick the best ships you have for creating HE spam and fires. Okay, it's a bit of a no-brainer, really, if you've got the right ships. If you haven't got the right ships, then this is going to take a while. But I can tell you that most ships are capable of causing fires with their HE, so just check the values on the ships you've got and see which ones have the better percentages, and then pick an appropriate one. And forget asymmetric battles if you want to get this done quick. If, like me, you're grinding your coal containers and you want a bit more experience from the end result, and you've also got a base XP mission, which is what I've got here. One of my missions is to get 2,500 base XP. Then asymmetric battles is for you, because you get a hell of a lot more base XP than you do in a standard co-op battle. Standard co-op battle, you can get anywhere between 200 and about 500-600 XP, and that's pushing it. So you're going to have to do about 3 of those if you're doing well. 3 good co-op battles for 1 pretty average asymmetric, okay, to make it add up. And honestly, they don't always go particularly quickly, so that's why I'm here in the Worcester, causing fires and getting shot at. And not a lot of fires are going down on Apagami. Come on, sir. I'm trying to show off the amazing RNGesus of this ship, but he is clearly not with us. Okay. Look, yeah, a lot of incapacitations. If you find you need incapacitations, this is a good way of getting them. Also, co-op mode. Can't stress enough. If you've got your containers for the day and you just want to get the missions done quick and you don't care about the coal containers, then that's the way to do it. But there you go, we've got a couple of fires there. So easy grinding for fires, basically. Okay, and I'm getting hit from up the ass by all the ships that are on B. Yeah, of course I am. Okay.
Ship is on fire.
Let's see if we can get this Aslain down. Honestly, the bots are wicked. They're so wicked. It's funny. Can we get some black flags, maybe? Citadels? Yeah, that's another thing. If you need citadels, these missions are really good for the citadel missions. There you go, two very easy citadels there. Now, if I die, that's not really an issue, because I managed to get 2 fires, 2 citadels in, what, 4 minutes of play, and then I will just go straight back to port and do another one. And this is what you do, you just grind through them nice and fast. Sometimes you'll get, well, most of the time you'll probably get better results than I'm getting here. I like to think so, anyway. But yeah, there you have it. Ouch. that stun. Yeah, and if you're looking at this video thinking it's a guide to how to play the Worcester, no, not really. Okay, let's move on. So this time I've switched game modes to show you guys that basically co-op is probably the fastest way out for the operational command building. If you're doing naval command missions in ranked, brawl or random, your best bet for the super fast is going to be brawl. Okay, if you don't enjoy brawling, ranked, and if you don't enjoy ranked, I guess you're stuck with random. But random battles can go anything from the 5-minute blowouts we've been seeing a lot lately, all the way up to a full 20 minutes. And I had a match in my Seraph the other day that did exactly that, and it was painful. And I might subject you lot to it. I may well post that one just to show you guys the sheer suffering involved. But yeah, that's random and brawl being your fastest method. Here in operational command, your fastest method for grinding these Liberty missions is going to be co-op mode. And this particular one, I've got to sink 5 ships. That's one of my missions. And the other mission is to get 15 torpedo hits, which I completely failed to do in the Nakamov. It was over before I got to do much, and the bots were not responsive. Every time I dropped torpedoes, they would either shove the brakes on or speed up alarmingly. It was almost impossible to torpedo them in my CV, which, you know, it varies. It's not always like that. What I'm doing here is I'm going into the cap strong. I'm going to use the island in front of me as cover. There's a Venom. There's a kill right there. Let's get a Venom down. Right. Been hitting him hard with the reload booster. That should do it. And there's a kill for you. Now, I've got the Missouri and the Hanover pushing into me, which is an excellent thing because this gives me a chance to get most of the torpedoes done. I need 15 torpedo hits. I only got like 2 or 3 with the Nakamov, so I'm going to need at least 12. And I just so happen to have 6 torpedoes I can launch per side on this ship. She can launch 12. So let's see if we can yoink the gear. Do I yoink the gear? Because I need the kills for the other mission. Let's see if we can grab that. Got a fire on him. And will we yoink it? Yes, we do. Okay. So there's two of my 5 kills that I require. The battleships are pushing through the smoke at me. I'm still lit, so I'm a little concerned about that. But I'm going to move up nice and close and comfortable to the edge of this island and wait for them to pop out. There's definitely something in there. I'm getting hit by his secondaries. There we go, Missouri. So we're just going to pop those off on the Missouri. Put some shots into him because why not? And now I'm going to position myself for the Hanover. 6 good hits on the Missouri and he's down, so that's another kill. And then hopefully I'll get 6 hits on the Hanover. At this range it's hard to miss. And then I'm just going to back off into the smoke and see if I can yoink the frag. So I'm going to use the smoke behind me. Unfortunately, my guns will reveal me in smoke up to about 4.5 kilometers with the Kavir because of the large caliber, but I might be able to steal the frag. So let's see. Do I do it? Yeah, I yoinked it, and we win the match. So 4 out of my 5 kills and 12 torpedo hits. That's almost 2 missions almost completed in what, 3-4 minutes. Not exactly hard work. I say 3 or 4 minutes, about 5 minutes work there. And as you see on the XP, I only got 516, which was not so great. Okay, that's those missions done. If we have a look at the combat missions, you'll see I've still got the base XP to finish. That's annoying. Only 40 base XP required for that one, but I've done all the other missions. So we fast forward to the end of the next co-op battle. This has been raging for a whole 5 minutes. And I'll get the base XP, I'll get the torpedoes done, and I'll get the 5 ships for, what, 10 minutes work. So 3 Liberty missions for 10 minutes. I'm feeling a bit rough today. You guys can do better. You guys can do better. I can tell you that now. So there you go, 497. It's not great, but at least the base XP is done, and the torpedo hits is done, and all of that. Right, so that's all of the operational command missions done. Every single one of them. Yeah, you earn 2,500 base, the get 15 torpedo hits, shoot down 9 aircraft and destroy 5 ships. Funny story with the aircraft. Second match in with the Worcester, basically the carrier decided to focus me and I shot down about 30 aircraft, so well over the required amounts. And if we have a look at Liberty Harbour, I can show you what I've been up to. As you can see, I've got to the second stage, the intermediate stage. I've gone past that using this method and focused entirely on opening up as many missions as possible so I can get them done super quick. Okay, and I'm already up to 24,650. Honestly, this whole event isn't that hard. If you haven't got many ships, I suggest you stick to the operational command stuff and avoid the military port and focus on fuel terminal and operational command. Unless, of course, you love naval command and you want to do ranked brawl and randoms. You won't be able to do brawl unless you've got tier 9 ships, so ranked and random. And again, focus on the fuel terminal and forget the military port. If you've got lots of ships, military port, fuel terminal, and your pick of naval command or operational command should get you there. And you should get your Bridport in about, I don't know, 4, maybe 5 weeks time. You've got 51 days to do this, so they've given you lots and lots of time, and I wish you all the very best of luck, and thank you all for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.